And that's us back.
That's us back. But in the previous video, we were talking about latex and talcum powder. And you know what? I'm just going to move on to a different subject, not even explain that. So if anyone's just started watching this particular part of it, then they're going to be really confused. Hopefully in a good way.
Who's shooting at?
How do you move on from there?
To be honest, I don't think you do.
You don't think you do? Okay. What other forms of transport are there that are sort of a little bit weird? Have you ever seen sort of like a car on the road that it looks like someone has clearly built themselves and managed to get sort of, I don't know what sort of lengths you have to go through to make that stuff legal, but have you ever seen just something crazy that looks like the guy has built it himself? Like a couch on wheels or something.
Okay, how am I supposed to get out? Oh, right, there we go. So I'm just munching on some Skittles here, so...
I've ran out of food. Probably during the next break I'll have to restock. But yeah, have you never seen like sort of a couch on wheels or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, the cars that I really like to watch just on the road, because you think that is so gonna go badly, is those three-wheelers.
What, like the Reliant Robins?
Yeah, those ones. You just think, oh god, please take the next corner and just fall over.
But, well, they would sort of have to balance that out, wouldn't they? Like, they would have to have some kind of thing. But I'd imagine that if a car like that took a sharp corner, it would not fare anywhere near as well. And plus, those kind of, they're vans, aren't they?
Kinda, yeah.
Because they've sort of had the cheek to put the word Reliant in the title. That's what they're called, aren't they? They're called Reliant Robins.
Possibly? I'm not sure.
It's the only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
If you're not from the UK, you probably don't know who Only Fools and Horses are.
You're not missing much.
I like that show. So I have to say, as far as British comedy goes, I'm a Blackadder fan through and through, but I do like some Only Fools and Horses.
It's in well with you.
Someone's just asked me if we're recording.
Nah.
Nah. What are we doing now then?
I don't know, we're just recording.
Ah, okay. Because I was confused there. So, yeah.
Ow!
I would imagine that at some point during the like when they were making that car, designing that sort of car van thing, there'd have been like a group of guys saying, "Let's make a three-wheel car," and then there would be that one guy saying, like through the whole process, just going, "We should put four wheels on this," and just being ignored entirely. And them sort of going through all kinds of problems, like with balance, and like them sort of just scratching their heads, going, "Yeah, the car seems to lean to the side heavily when turning corners," and just that one guy keep going, "Yeah, because we should put four wheels in it," and just again being ignored. If you can hear a squeaking noise, it's because my leather chair keeps rubbing up against the wall, and it's been doing that for like the past half hour. So anyone, if that's coming up on the audio, anyone who can hear that, that's what that is. I don't have any kind of stomach-related issues going on. I just became like sort of mildly aware of that noise, and I'm hoping it's not showed up on the audio because people will be wondering what that is. There is not an angry cyclist came into my room at any point to.
Ah crap! They're shooting me! They're shooting me!
Sort of cyclists who forgot to apply their talcum powder when they walk, they sort of make a squeak. But yeah.
I must admit, it's much easier this game when you start to shoot people.
Well, at that point, you just sort of, if you're not shooting people, if you're going for the achievement, you just like avoiding them entirely. Just
Yeah, there's an achievement if you get through the entire game without shooting someone with a gun. I just can't be asked.
is Faith got like sort of what's her health like? Has she got a lot of health, or
To be honest, I'm on easy at the moment, and I seem to be able to take a fair bit of punishment.
because sort of I remember playing, Batman Arkham Asylum, and more recently Splinter Cell Conviction, and those were games that were sort of about avoiding people, and you did not have a lot of health if you found yourself in the line of fire, and you got punished really really quickly for, you know, taking people on head on. Um, is Mirror's Edge sort of she regenerates health though, doesn't she?
Yeah, really, really fast, which is kind of strange.
Really fast. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the whole regenerating health.
No, it just doesn't make sense.
I liked, finding health kits and stuff like that. Um, my sort of idea of it is sort of, like the way Half-Life used to do things, where you would have armor and then underneath that you would have your health.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it, if you ask me.
So you had plenty of health and armor to see you through, so you're never sort of, if you did kind of find yourself in a tight situation, you had to conserve the items that you had and use things wisely, rather than just ducking down behind a corner and wait until the blur goes away. or the heavy breathing, or the redness, the bloodshot eyes. Different games do it different ways. But yeah, was it Halo that first came out with that concept of the regenerating shield?
There was probably another game before that brought it out, but Halo was the one that brought it into mainstream, I think.
I can remember sort of Call of Duty having the regenerating thing quite early on. But I seem to remember, but it sort of made sense in Halo, didn't it? Because he was in a suit. He was like an unstoppable guy who looked suspiciously like one of the biker mice from Mars. I'm pretty sure that's where they got Halo from, the biker mice from Mars. Do you remember that?
Sadly.
Sort of when those guys put their helmets on and went on their bikes, they looked like Master Chief. Halo, like the actual gameplay wise aside, what do you think of Master Chief as a character? Do you think is he likable, or does he just do his job and no more?
You can't really look at Master Chief as a character, I don't think, because how do I put it? Badly. Yeah, that didn't go to plan. Alright, so if I can get over there somehow. Let's have a look, see. What can I use? Not bats. I mean, let's face it, Master Chief, he followed the old game character type, which was, he hardly talks, and when he does talk, he says something in a gruff, deep voice that sounds really hardcore, kind of thing. Instead of like, Nathan Drake kind of character.
Nathan Drake is hardcore.
No, I'm saying he's not. That's the thing. He's more. He talks a lot more. He's witty and all that kind of stuff. He sounds like he's actually having fun.
Yeah. Well, was it not that whole sort of idea of trying to give the actual main character as little identity as possible, so that you sort of feel more into his shoes?
Yeah, kind of self-insert.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Master Chief, he wasn't a complete muted character, was it?
No, that's what I mean.
He did say
talks
things.
ever so slightly, and when he does, it's something. Oh man, that's really cool.
Gordon Freeman is your silent type.
He is the epitome of the silent, strong character. in video games.
He yeah, it seems sort of like I could never work out. Are they actually meant to be talking at any point, or it's just because you're sort of meant to be in his shoes? Um, they actually say in Half-Life, don't they? They actually make reference to the point that he doesn't actually speak much.
Yeah.
But it is sort of something that in a few cutscenes seemed a little awkward. You know, with mute characters, you tend to get people who are talking to them filling in parts of the conversation that they should really be filling in at that point, and it can look a little bit weird. But yeah, you know, so do you prefer to play as a silent character, or do you prefer to play as Nathan Drake?
To be honest, the only reason I like Nathan Drake, I've only played.
See if I know what's coming. See if I know.
Yeah,
what's
you
coming.
know exactly what's coming. I've only played Nathan Drake. What's it called? Uncharted for like 10 minutes. That's because a friend brought it over. He brought his PlayStation over and all that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, okay, let's see what you want me to do. And he put it in, and I started playing Uncharted 2. I didn't know anything about the first, and I didn't really know anything about the game at all. Started playing, and instantly I realized the character was based on Nathan Fillion. It was Nathan Fillion in a nutshell. I was like, hell yes, I love this game already.
Are you going to explain your love for this guy?
No, I don't think it needs to be explained.
Because whenever sort of, I think we were sort of in college and Nathan Fillion came up in conversation and you weren't really sort of talking about it. It was someone else who mentioned it. And just sort of the look of satisfaction on your face.
Nathan Fillion, to me, is just, yes.
Can
I just express that I am not that way inclined?
Is it your man crush, is what you're saying?
It's my opinion that every single man has at least one man in the world that he would allow to just, you know, be gay with.
Yeah, hello David Tennant, if you're listening.
You see, you've got David Tennant, I've got Nathan Fillion. Yeah. This is really not sounding well on my behalf.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I've heard it before that every man's allowed one. He's allowed one sort of man crush.
I mean, women, they can have like the equivalent, like one.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as frowned upon, is it? At least not by me.
No.
If if you sort of walk around going, "Oh, Nathan Fillion," then people go. Which, let's face it, you do sometimes.
Yeah, I do, and it freaks people out.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Hopefully the people listening know what we mean, otherwise we've just lost any fan base that we've built up.
I don't know, unless they really like Nathan Fillion as well.
Yeah, unless people sort of agree with you. We'll just scrap the whole gaming thing and do a Nathan Fillion tribute website.
If you want to know the reasons behind Nathan Fillion and all that kind of stuff, why I like him so much, ask in the comments and I will reply.
You're doing my thing.
Yeah, I'm doing your thing now.
You're doing my thing. I was trying to trademark get myself some things I'm well known for. Oh, Dan, he's always that guy that says leave comments in the comment section for things that shouldn't be left comments for.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Holy crap. And, with all those snipers pointing at me, I'm gonna say we're gonna have to cut off here.
Yep, seems like a good place to cut off.
Alright, so we'll be back in a minute.